Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here in the golden hour here in Hong Kong. It's around 5 p.m. Just got off work, and I want to share with you guys this awesome new phone that I'm testing. For all you guys who think I hate Samsung, well, you got it wrong, guys. I love tech, I love phones, and I do like a lot of what Samsung's been doing recently, especially in the mid-range, and that's why I'm checking out another one of their latest mid-range offerings in this phone right here, the Galaxy A60. Oh yeah. And so let me show you guys, this phone actually was off my radar for a while, and just recently I kind of learned about it. And then as I started reading about it, I said, wow, this is a very interesting phone, because it's actually the cheapest phone that I've ever tested with the punch hole kind of cutout. Now, I got the 6 GB 128 gigs of storage version. It's called Daybreak Black, and let me show you kind of just the quick details of this here. Infinity O display, triple camera, octa-core processor, and we got the most important thing here is that it is you got that same setup of camera as the A70. And so now the one negative here is that it is IPS LCD, but considering we got that View 20, the View 20 that also has IPS LCD for quite a bit more. This is the Snapdragon 675 as well, so that is a really welcome sight. And I'll keep talking more about the details of this phone, but let's have a look here. First view on Frankie Tech of this Galaxy A70. There it is. And so just letting you guys know, I am recording this on the iPhone still. I don't have my camera with me right now, but I will be doing the full review with my new camera, guys, so stay tuned for that. This phone actually looks pretty nice upon first look. It does have that kind of plasticky feel similar to the A70, but it is quite a bit smaller. The initial things I noticed that are different are we do have an actual touch fingerprint sensor on the back. There's the triple camera setup, and I gotta say this color is pretty nice. Now there you go, there's the punch hole, and I almost feel when I'm holding this phone that this is the phone that Nokia should have made with their X71. That X71 was a nice phone in terms of design and build quality, but what it really lacked, guys, was that Snapdragon 660. That was a lacking feature. With the 675, this is a much more interesting phone, and I got this phone for 2,100 Hong Kong dollars, so just over 264 US dollars. That is an amazing price point that Samsung have hit here with this punch hole camera. And the other amazing thing I gotta mention is that this does have NFC out of the box, and I'll show you guys real quick here. Let's go to connections, and there you see NFC and payment is included. So this may also be the cheapest phone that you can buy, or at least one of the cheaper, really kind of bezel-less phones you can buy with NFC included, and they are beating Xiaomi to the punch with that. So talking about display, that may be the most kind of, I guess, the most underwhelming part of this phone. It isn't very bright, and I think this is max brightness if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. And this is a full HD display though, so you will have pretty good resolution, but it is, like I said, a little bit dark, and it's a little bit washed out. It's not the most not the most kind of contrasty display. And the other kind of negative is that there's no way to really adjust the colors here. Unlike the A70, you're just gonna have to use the display as is. But I think I'll have to do more testing on it, really compare it. And I guess I'm used to AMOLED now with the A70, that looking at IPS LCD, it's just not as nice. But hey, look, compared to the View 20, and that also has LCD, and considering this is significantly cheaper, that is a pretty awesome thing. Now, talking about performance, it is the Snapdragon 675, and I can quickly show you guys here. There it is. Those are the Geekbench scores I just got. Geekbench and 2,394 single and 6,400 multi. Those are great scores. I mean, we're talking, and there it is. This is the 6 GB variant. So we're talking very great performance here. Basically equal to the A70 in terms of just CPU and I honestly think that is the other reason why this is a very interesting package, because you do have that 675. Unlike the 660 of the Nokia X71, this is a much more comparable chip to the flagship chips that are coming out. So very positive to see. Also, I just downloaded Drm Info and very happy to see that L1 security level is set here in Widevine CDM, which means you have, if this is an approved phone, you will be able to get that HD Netflix, BBC iPlayer, all that stuff, all that good stuff, Amazon video in HD. Now, talking about audio, the other positive, if I'm not mistaken, let me just double check here. I guess not. That is not a positive. And I did not double check that, but now I'm seeing it. There is no 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on this phone. That seems kind of strange, because the A50, if I'm not mistaken, which is the kind of the one that's been, I guess, the A series phone that's been reviewed to death, and I wasn't going to pick that one up because you've pretty much heard about that phone everywhere else already, and I've reviewed the A70 extensively, but surprising to see there's no 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on this phone. That is a negative. I'll have to test the audio. If it's anything similar to the A70, I'm assuming it will be, but we shall see. And finally, let's do a quick Frankie Tech camera shot here. A beautiful day in Hong Kong, so I don't think this will have any issues whatsoever. Let's have a look. And there you go. I mean, it is great. And I think the main point of this phone is that screen. Just the fact that it gets almost bezel. The bottom bezel is tiny, similar to the one on the S10 Plus and on the A70. And you know, the cutout for the notch is not that intrusive. So there is a photo, as you see. And let's take a quick wide angle while we're at it. Just gonna have to go back here and let's do that real quick. Quick wide angle shot, and it looks to be the same wide angle that is used on the A70 and on all of Samsung's phones. Look at that. That looks pretty nice. That same 32 megapixel shooter with that 12 megapixel wide angle and an 8 megapixel, or sorry, 5 megapixel depth sensor. And let's just do a quick reverse shot here. Let me do a live focus shot of Frankie Tech himself. There I am. Let me take a shot real quick. And let's have a look. So not too bad. And there we are. I don't have my shades on, but it looks pretty good. Let's look at the edge detection there. Looks pretty nice overall. So I'm pretty impressed with this phone just upon initial review. But stay tuned, guys, for more kind of in-depth coverage of this phone, where I'll be giving my kind of initial 24 or 48-hour review. And just want to do one last thing here and put this phone down and compare it next to the other awesome phone that you guys know I've been reviewing extensively. As a size comparison, there they are. There's the Galaxy A70 and this phone with a 6.3-inch display, the A60. So quite a significant size difference there. And you can see also the colors just pop quite a bit more on the A70. But you know what? Not too bad. And I think these two phones represent probably the best examples of what you want to get with this new A series from Samsung. One is a little bit bigger, and battery life, I'll quickly mention, is also a little bit smaller out here, 3,500 milliamperes. So may not be the one you want to pick up if battery is your main deal, but I think a very interesting option to consider either way. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content on Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. So I'll be doing my full reviews on these and doing a comparison between these two bad boys real soon. Thanks for watching, and this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.